Okay, so throughout my time on the internet, I've gotten this question a lot, and I just want to say thank you so much for not wording it in a really creepy way, because I've also gotten a lot of questions being like, I'd like to send you my brain. How do I send you my brain? Please stop offering to send me your brain. I want to preface this with I do my studies on rats, so you can't send me your brain. I cannot accept your brain. But there are ways to donate your brain, and there are ways to participate in studies while you're alive. And I super encourage people to participate in studies. Not only does it help science and it helps us as researchers, but it can also help you. Most human studies are required to pay their participants in some way. So you can get actual compensation for it. Also, there's those rare few people who are like, my brain's perfectly healthy, there's nothing wrong with me, but I really want to help science. How can I still help science with my brain if there's nothing wrong with it for them to study? One of the biggest problems that research that uses human brains has is finding control subjects. Because first of all, it's very hard to find a perfectly healthy human brain. Second of all, most people who have perfectly healthy human brains aren't donating them to science because they think that they're useless, right? People with some rare brain disease want to have their brain studied. They want to help figure out what's wrong with it. But people with nothing wrong with their brains are well, what are you going to do with it? So what I'm trying to say here is no matter what state your brain is in, I promise you some researcher somewhere wants it. Also, right now, if you or a loved one ends up becoming unalive due to the current panorama, that is huge. We are experiencing a huge shortage of brains like that because family members want to keep their loved ones. I totally get it, but if you can spare their brains, we're trying to study COVID in the brain, so it would be really helpful if you could donate it to a study. Okay, anyways, how do you get your brain studied? I'm going to go over how to do it while you're alive and how to do it when you're no longer alive. First of all, this is easiest if you live near a hospital, a teaching hospital or a normal one, or a university. If you don't, sometimes they'll pay for travel, but that's usually only with the really rare things. There's two different types of studies that living people can typically participate in. First are the psych studies. Psych studies are very similar to neuro studies wherever they're done on living humans. And the next are the MRI studies where they're just going to stick you in an MRI tube and scan your brain. Sometimes they'll connect you to an EEG. I have a friend who does language studies, and that's what they do. They put the cap on you and have you speak and read. These studies are super easy to find. Just Google your local university or your local hospital plus MRI study plus psychology study plus EEG study. If you have something in particular, your local university plus anxiety study, I guarantee you'll find something to participate in. Also, if you have a kid, think about discussing it with your kid because sometimes these studies are looking at younger children and it's really hard to find participants for those. And I'm running out of time here, but if you're looking for ways to donate after you're no longer alive, search how to donate your body to science, plus wherever you're located. You'll find tons of websites to help you out.